Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I had to make sure it was recording, and I remembered what happened last week. I have to get off of Facebook and come back to Zoom. Otherwise, I'm delayed. So you can see me. Everybody can see me, right? Drop a...
I can see you. I can see you, and I can see me.
Okay. All right. Hi, champion. It is Lori and my best friend, Kevin. So we're here with our part 2 of perfecting the demo. So we are going to talk about 2 easy products, or 2 main products that you can use in your demo that is super easy. You can use this day and night for months and months, right, Kev?
Right. And
go ahead.
If you purchase the kit when you came into the business, these products are in your kit. So no need to purchase anything. It came in your kit.
Right.
Which is good.
Which is really good. Okay, so why don't you start? Tell everybody who doesn't know you, which I don't know who doesn't know you, but a little bit about yourself.
Everyone knows us. Hi, everybody. So I'm Kevin Farrell. I'm actually with Shoreline Enterprises in California. I'm kind of an adopted champion. So Lori's my TFF, Tupperware Friend Forever. And we decided to do this maybe 2 months ago, where we would come once a month and give you tips and tricks to perfect your demo, you guys. So I've been in Tupperware for 16 years. I joined when I was living in Los Angeles. I'm in Ohio now because 9 years ago, I wanted to move home and be closer to my mom and my dad. So that's also a good thing about our business, right, you guys? We can take our business wherever we want. So there's no borders, right? And we can sell wherever we want. So that's always a great thing to know about our business too. So I love my business. I love my business. I love my Tupperware. I love my flexibility. I love the opportunity that we have to make money. A lot of money, a little money, maybe some money, sometimes no money, but there's always the opportunity for us to always do more if we want it, right, Lori?
Right. I remember way back when we were being trained, our kit, which we call our Deluxe Business Kit, right? We called that our ATM. You can put all the products into a bag and pick it up and take it somewhere. ATM stands for anytime money.
You got it.
True. It can be anytime money. It could be time money. There, Kevin's got the catalog. Be your own boss. And we truly are our own bosses. And I've had the luxury of completely being my own boss now for 2 years. In January of 2022, it was 2 years that I was able to retire from my full-time corporate job. I was a court stenographer. I did that for 28 years, which I don't know how that's possible because I'm only 21 years old. So I don't know how that happened, but I started my business 8 years ago. So for 6 of those years, I was working a full-time, very hectic, my time was never my own for 6 years. But I worked this business around that work schedule. And we did all in-home parties, and Kevin did all in-home parties. So now that we're virtual, we're getting back into the home party, but we feel very qualified to talk to you guys about a demo, because that is how we built our businesses, is with the party and with the demo. And the most fun that you can have is demoing these products. Right? Even we found since COVID started 2 years ago that I enjoy cooking from my own kitchen. Don't you, Kevin?
I do. I love it.
Everything is there. You don't have to take it anywhere, but it's your home. It's people come into your home and you can do your own little Food Network cooking show in your own home, which is amazing. And our businesses have thrived in the last 2 years with virtual. So if virtual is your choice, we want to help you do that. If you want to do home parties, we want to help you do that too. And it all starts with the demo.
Right. So like Lori said, tips and tricks, right, you guys? And, I'll tell you, I'll speak for myself. Lori, I'm sure you can relate to this. When you first come into Tupperware, we don't know how to talk about these things, right? I think that's kind of the biggest stumbling block for a lot of people. And I think they're like, oh, I can't do that because I don't know how it works, or I don't know what to say. We need to know the featured uses and benefits of the items to be able to intelligently sell them to our customers so that they can say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize it does all those things. Yes, I need to have that in my kitchen. So one of the reasons why we want to do this with you guys is we want you to steal what we say about these products, practice at home, make the words your own, but we want to share with you what the featured uses and benefits of these products are. And we're going to do more as this series goes on, right, you guys? But what we wanted to do with you guys tonight was to show you a very simple way to talk about these items that actually come in your kit. So tonight we're going to be talking about the chopping systems that come in your kit, the breakfast maker that's in your kit, and then the spatula that's in your kit. Now, if you came into the business and you did the $15 virtual option, right, Lori? You can always use your account to go in and purchase these things, and maybe just these things, right? We're not asking you to spend thousands of dollars. Just go in and use your discount to purchase maybe just these items, and you'll have these items to be able to use for your parties and your virtual demo if you did the $15 option, which is also available to you, right, Lori?
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think the best way to learn how to use these, how to talk about these products is to use the products in your kitchen.
Absolutely.
And like Kevin said, two things. We're not asking you to spend thousands of dollars on products. We're not asking you to keep inventory, but we are asking you to get these products into your kitchen and use them. Make something. I'm pointing at your breakfast maker. They can't tell what I'm pointing at. Use that breakfast maker, use the spatula, use what I'm going to show you, use the chopper, because when you use these, you know them, you love them. And what do we do? Why do people want to buy what we have to sell? It's not because we're pretty, although we are. It is not because we have this amazing special sales. We weren't born with this sales, cell inside our body that we're just better salesmen than anyone else. But people buy from you because you're excited about the product, but it solves a problem for them. So if it solves a problem for you, it's going to solve that same problem for them. And that is all it is. So use it in your kitchen. I know when I started, I was taking the same products that I was using in my kitchen, I was taking them to demos. Right? I didn't have 2 of these and 2 of these and 4 of those. I had 1 of everything, right?
So while I don't want to interrupt you, but while you're on that subject, Lori, because we just talked about this maybe 20 minutes ago, you guys, and I'm going to throw this to you, Lori, because this is very important. I want you to tell the story about you and Dwayne and the salsa. All right. Now I'm going to let you talk about the choppers, share that story about the salsa, because it's sometimes you got to tell the story. Tell the story.
Okay, so I will start with the story and then I will show you this chopper. Okay, so when I started 8 years ago, we didn't have this really cool chopper. We had the blue one, and it had
with the handle, right?
Yeah. I forget what that's called, but it had a turn paddle. But it didn't matter. It had the same blades. It was a chopper, right? It resembled something like this. So when Dwayne and I started our business, we did home parties, and we did it like there was no tomorrow. During birthday month, which is coming up in May, we did like 4 or 5 home parties sometimes in a week. So I'd rush home from work, he'd rush home from work. We'd put everything would be in the car. And sometimes we really had to psych ourselves up like, okay, we're going to another party. Okay, let's be really fun. Okay, but what we made was salsa. We made salsa every single time. And I will find that Simply Salsa recipe because it's got 5 ingredients. It tastes phenomenal, but that is all we made. And every time we made it, we acted like it was the very first time we ever made it. And it got to the point where I started smelling onion and garlic, like coming off of our skin. Like I'd be sitting next to Dwayne and I'd be like, do you smell onion? We had so much onion and garlic for like the first 6 months of our business. But that was the easiest thing for us to make. So we made salsa, and then we made salsa, and sometimes we made pineapple salsa, and sometimes we made mango salsa, but most of the time it was red salsa, you know? So then we had to like cleanse ourselves from salsa, and we for like a year. We would make it every once in a while, but find something that's easy. Salsa is the easiest thing, and who doesn't like salsa? Right? Salsa and chips.
It's delicious.
Right. So with that in mind, think of this as a salsa demo. Okay. So this one is our Supersonic Extra. And the extra is this tall one. This one comes in your kit, right? So you get this. It's got a little water in it because I used it and I washed it, and not a very good dryer apparently. But let me show you. So it has the 3 blades, right? They are 3 different levels, and they're at the perfect angle to cut everything up. So it has a little hole in the bottom. It sets right in this little thing that sticks out of the bottom. You don't have to know perfect names. It's the higgy-majiggy on the bottom that it sticks in, right? The top has the same little hole right here where I'm putting my finger that sits right on top. And then you turn it and it locks, okay? The other feature that it has this infuser. This infuser, which you can show people, which you can see right here, has measurements. This is 1/2 cup. So when you put it into the little slot here, you can see that it is measured. And then when you put it in, I'm trying to, there we go. You can turn it to lock it off. So it locks off your liquid. So as I'm pulling it like this, if I had it on, there it is. When you pull it, this acts like your third arm, your third hand. So I'm holding it and I'm pulling it, and say I want to infuse the liquid, I turn it and it very slowly drips in, which is great for pesto, marinades, salad dressings, right? But pulling this one time is the equivalent of something crazy. Like I always say 280 times beating. Is it really 280? I don't know, but it's a lot. It's 100. But no one at that party is going to know if it's 100 or it's 200 or 280, right? So you take your onion. This would be part of your salsa demo. I love this little onion keeper because onions, tip about onions, you cannot store them in your refrigerator in a baggie or just put in there because it will very rapidly destroy everything in your refrigerator. It will make everything smell like onion, and then it will emit this onion gas and it will rot everything in your refrigerator. So always put it airtight. Okay. Always put it in something airtight. I love this little onion keeper. I've had this for years, and that's what I store my cut onion in the refrigerator. Okay. So this is about a 1/2 an onion. So you put the 1/2 an onion in. If you've never seen this, which I think a lot of you have, you're going to see when I pull it, I'm going to pull it like 3-4 times. You don't have to pull it all the way out, to dislocate your shoulder. You just do quick little pulls 4 times. Look what it's done to my onion, right? That's pretty much all you need to do. The other feature and benefit of this, people might be thinking, why do I need that when I've got my NutriBullet or I've got my KitchenAid? With this, you can control the consistency of what you want. Think about it. If I have this onion and I put tomato, if I put a can of tomato in here and I put my NutriBullet in there, instantly that becomes tomato sauce. You have no control over the consistency. So with salsa, you want to control it, whether it's chunky or whether it's smooth. So I would chop up this onion and I would also put garlic in there. I'm not going to make salsa because I don't want to eat salsa right now, but I can take this onion and I can freeze this onion and use it in a recipe or put it in a little freezer mate and use it in a couple of days. But if I were making salsa, I would chop this up. But the other tip when you're at a party, if you're in a home party, Let someone else do it. Don't you do it. Let someone else do it. I'm like, okay, who wants to try this? Someone will volunteer and let them pull it. Let them see how easy it is. Onion, garlic in here. You can smash the onion or the garlic cloves, right? You take your chef's knife. This used to be in our kit, right? We used to get this in our kit. But take one of our knives. Always take a knife. Always take a little small cutting board or use one. And when you put the garlic, you peel the outside and you put the garlic on the table and you use the palm of your hand and you push down and it smashes it and it lets you get all of the skin off of it. Put it in there, onion, garlic. Then all you do, the second thing that you can demo, your can opener, right? Always take canned tomatoes. You can use garden tomatoes. Just realize with that, it makes it more liquidy. So you got to cut back a little bit on that because it makes it more runny. Then you can demo your can opener. Then you take your spice shaker and you add your spices, whatever spices you want to put in, oregano, basil. You can put cilantro in. You can use your little Fridge Smart and bring cilantro. So that's another thing that you would try. And put your fresh cilantro in here. I usually use fresh cilantro, but I'll use oregano or I'll use cayenne pepper, something to spice it up. You know, I always take a spice shaker full of something. Then the best product that we ever had or have is our Zest and Press. And it is coming back in our new catalog, right, Kevin? It's coming back. Coming back. You guys, if you don't have this already, this should be the first thing. I don't even know if we can sample it. Check and see. This should be the first thing that you buy when that catalog, almost a Cadillac, when that catalog opens. This is amazing. And when people see it, they want it, right? It is now, I don't know what color it is now, black. I have a blue one and I have a green one. But it's got the holes so the seeds don't come through on the lime. You cut it in half and you put it seed side down, and you squeeze it. And you can, when it gets to a certain spot, you can squeeze it with one hand. It gets every last bit of juice out. And when you take it out, you'll see that it's inverted. So when you show it to them, like you pretend it's inverted and I'm showing it to you and they're like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it gets everything out of there. This cup is for zesting. Here is your zester. You can lay it in the cup like this and your lime if you're a measurer, which I'm not, or you can hold this over your chopper and zest into it. Okay. So this is your lime. This is your can of tomatoes. This is your onion, garlic, your Fridge Smart. I should have grabbed my Fridge Smart. Sorry, guys. Fridge Smart for your cilantro. That is your salsa with your knife. And then you throw a spatula in and you've got your entire demo. Easy as pie, right? You can do this demo in 10 minutes, come to the party in a little bag with just these products. And that is your salsa demo. It's simple, it's easy, and people love it. So after you make it, you let everyone try it. And I guarantee you, what you use, people will buy. What they see you use, what they're inspired by, what it can do, they will buy. So like we talked about last month when we did this, we don't focus on the $4 whatever that's on sale or the $10 thing that's on sale. What you focus on, what you demo, people will buy. Okay. And these are great products to have in your kitchen. I use these products that are in front of me all the time in my kitchen. So that is your simple salsa demo. I mean, that's pretty simple. Kevin's going to show you something with the breakfast maker. You could still take this big one. It's got a paddle, right? It's got this paddle. Take the blade out. You're not going to chop onion, but you could chop onion for this omelet. I think Kevin's going to talk about an omelet. You can take the onion out, put the blade in, put your eggs in here, stir, mix up your eggs with this and use the breakfast maker. So you can mix and match, but it's just a few products that you need to have in your kitchen to make a recipe for your virtual or your home party. Yep. So go ahead, Kevin. You've got the other part of the chopper and you've got the egg maker.
Right. So these items that I'm going to talk about right now actually come in your $119 business kit. So this, if you don't have the other products that Lori just showed to do the salsa party, you can always add those to your kit, right? But these actually come in your kit, the large chopper and then his little baby brother, right? This is the compact, right? Same thing, but your little one's not going to come with the paddle attachment. So you're really just chopping a little bit in here. So I like to use my small one with my breakfast maker, because sometimes I'm just doing a little bit of bell pepper or a little bit of ham or maybe some green onion or whatever you're putting in your omelet. I'll chop that up in my little compact chopper, and then I'll use my omelet maker, okay? You guys, this breakfast maker, it's just the bomb, right? And if you're not using it, I encourage you to use it. Start using your products that are in your kit, because like Lori said earlier, as soon as you fall in love with these, you're going to be able to sell them to your customers, right? So this is your breakfast maker. Now it comes with 2 egg tray inserts in the event that you want to poach your eggs. There is a little shaded line that's in here. That's your water level. So you do want to put water up to that line, and then you're going to crack an egg into both of these. You're going to set them into your breakfast maker, and you're going to cover this. All right. Now the cooking time is really going to vary on the strength of your microwave, but I think it's like maybe 60 seconds. It's not very long, you guys. And it also depends on the consistency of your poached egg. All right. And then I just kind of take I fish it out of the water, and then I just put it on a piece of toast or whatever, or an English muffin, and it makes the most perfect little poached eggs. You can also whip your eggs up and pour your whipped eggs up into your breakfast makers, cover it, put it in the microwave, and then you have 2 little whipped up omelets that you can then put on your toasted English muffin with a slice of American cheese, maybe some bacon, delicious. So you're making your own breakfast sandwich. You're not going to, the fast food stores and buying it from there, right? But I'm telling you, what I use this more for than anything else is I just whip up my eggs and I use it right in here, okay? Down the road, if you want to add to your demo, you can buy your shaker, right? Crack your eggs into your shaker. I think I do like a tablespoon of water per egg. It's best to do 2 to 3 eggs. This doesn't work so well with just 1 egg. Lori, I don't know if you've ever tried it with 1, but it really has to be 2 or 3. And really, I don't think more than 3. So what I'll do is I'll put my 3 eggs in here with 3 tablespoons of water. And then this, you guys, I love this little wheel, because when you put whatever you're shaking in here and you shake that, that wheel helps incorporate air into whatever you're shaking in here. It also mix up any dry ingredients if you're making flour, water, or whatever. But I do shake my eggs in here, and I shake them, because you're incorporating air into those eggs, right? Then I chop up whatever vegetables I want. I add my vegetables. I add my egg, whether or not I'm using this or just whipping them in a bowl, right? I love cheese with my omelet, so I'll put a little sprinkled cheese in. I'll add some seasonings, and then I cover it and I put it in the microwave. Now in my microwave, it's 3 eggs, 3 minutes, and it makes the most perfect eggs every single time. No cooking spray, you guys, no oil, no butter, no nothing. And it will literally slide right out of here. And 3 eggs actually really makes enough. 3 eggs I could actually split with Jeff, all right? So fast and easy, you guys. That's such a simple demonstration that you can do. And early on, I was doing the salsa because, if you have your salsa ingredients, I love salsa on my omelet, you guys. So you could do salsa, then transition into your omelet, make the omelet, put the salsa on top of your omelet. So you're sort of making a, Spanish omelet. It's delicious, you guys. And this is the only thing you have to clean, right? If you're whipping up your eggs. So you're not with the skillet, you're not with the baked on egg. When that protein gets baked on that skillet, well, not our Tupperware cookware, right, you guys, because nothing sticks to our Tupperware cookware. But if you're using any other brand of cookware, that egg gets stuck on there and you have to scour it off. This is the only thing you have to wash. And I tell a lot of my customers, if you have teenagers at the house and you don't trust them to be at the stove with the gas and the electricity and whatever, and the skillets and whatever, This is so easy for teenagers to be able to whip up a fast, easy breakfast. There's other things that you can do in this too besides eggs. There's a 90-second brownie that you can make with cocoa powder, I think an egg. We'll get the recipe to you guys. And hazelnut spread. OMG, that 90-second brownie, you guys, is so delish. And you're only making this much brownie, right? So on Sunday night, you're not making a tray of brownies and you're like, oh, I got to eat the whole thing. So you're just making that much brownie, right? And it's so rich, you guys, that seriously, you almost have to split it with someone because it's so super, super rich. And Lori, I know that we can do cinnamon rolls in here, right? Cracked out of the tube.
Yes, cracked out of the tube. You can put 2 cinnamon rolls in there, and you can do French toast in there.
Yep.
You can do, you can use it as a little steamer.
Yes.
If you run into anyone who's been around Tupperware for any amount of years, they talk about their little vegetable steamers. Yep. And sometimes you'll see for warranties this strange looking thing that's beige, and they said, oh, I steam my vegetables in it. You can use that as a steamer. You just take the little cups out, add a little bit of water, put your vegetables in, and you can actually steam your veggies before you make your omelet, and then use those veggies if you like to soften up your veggies. Because if you're going to put your veggies in with your eggs and just cook it, I cook our eggs. It's like 2 eggs, 2 minutes, 3 eggs, 3 minutes. I cut the power down on mine. I just don't like really very cooked rubbery eggs. I don't like them cooked. So I make them at 70% power. So you got to play around with your microwave and know what you can do.
Right.
Yes, you can soften up your veggies by putting them in just a tablespoon of water for, 30, 45 seconds, and then add your eggs to it.
Yeah. So if you're doing when I pulverize my vegetables in this thing, you guys, literally when I put my vegetables in this thing, I want them to disappear in my eggs. I'm one of those people who doesn't like big chunky things in my eggs, right? I'm a consistency guy. It freaks me out. So I'll put my vegetables in here and I'll literally just wing this thing until they just basically disappear. I put them in my omelet and I don't have to pre-cook my vegetables. But to Lori's point, if you're doing like maybe some bell pepper, strips of bell pepper, you might want to lay those bell peppers in there and just zap them for maybe 5-7 seconds, right, Lori? It doesn't take very long. That it just takes the crunch off those vegetables if you don't want them too crunchy in there. So and like Lori said, you want to play with your microwave, you guys. That's why you have these products. That's why we want you to get them in your homes. That's why we want you to play with them, because you're going to find the sweet spot with your microwave. Whether or not you're using these products or the grill or the pressure cooker or whatever, you're going to learn how that microwave timing works for you and how well you like things done too. It's really a personal preference, right?
I remember, like when you go into someone's home, you don't bring your own microwave. You don't come walking in from the car with your own microwave and plop it down on the counter. You are using their microwave. So that's where the fun begins, because I remember early on, it must have been mine and Dwayne's like second party. And we were like talking to the hostess, like, oh, what do you want to make? How about our pressure cooker? Oh, the pressure cooker. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, we're going to make 1-pot pasta in the pressure cooker. Cool. We take it there. We get it all ready. And Dwayne's like, okay, I'm going to put it in the microwave. This microwave, you guys, barely fit this pressure cooker. It was like one of those little dollhouse microwaves. And I looked at Dwayne, he looked at me, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking to myself, I hope it fits. I hope it fits, right? And we made a comment and it did fit. But you know what? It took a long time because that microwave was about a 20 water. I don't know how old this microwave was, but we made a joke of it. We went on and did orders, and then finally the food was done because she hadn't replaced her microwave since 1970. But you kind of get to know other people's. You open up your microwave, right? Where is your wattage? Open up your microwave. It's right on the inside of the door, right? It's on the panel or it's on the inside of the door. If you don't believe me, go check your microwave.
Right.
when we're done. You can find out the wattage. So 1,000, 1,100 is about the average, and you just adjust it accordingly.
So, and like you said, Lori, communication is key with our hostesses, right? So if I know that I'm going to cook at her house, I want to make sure that she has a microwave, and I want to ask her, how big is it? So the thing is, you guys, we're going to try to give you lots of options with all of these little tips and tricks and perfecting your demo. So, if you don't want to cook, or the hostess doesn't have a microwave, just do your salsa, right? So you can always fall back on things that you don't have to cook. If you want to cook and they have a microwave and they want you to demonstrate things in their microwave, then you just always know that you can take and do demonstrations with that also. And then I forgot to talk about this. This comes in your kit. So you'll be able to use this with your large chopper that Lori just had. So you're going to use this to get in there and get all your salsa out of your bowl, right? You're going to scrape your ingredients out into your omelet pan or whatever. This is really great. You can use this to help you get this out of here onto a plate. It can help you cut that little omelet in half. I don't like to cut in here with anything sharp. You don't want to scratch this up or cut into here, right, you guys? But these are products that come in your kit, and they're very, very simple. And if you don't have these products, like I said earlier, if you came in with the $15 option, you can purchase these at discount and add these onto your kit or add them into your kitchen as a demonstration for yourselves. And you're not having to spend a lot of money to be able to do a fast, easy demonstration for your virtual customers or your in-home customers.
Right. Okay. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat and we will answer them while we're on. It's funny because as you were talking, and I mentioned this to you before we started, I asked you about the blade protector, right? I didn't bring my blade protector on my blades. Kevin didn't either. And it came to my mind, and I looked at the chat and I see Amanda Lynn said something about the blade protector. She said, I didn't realize the white part on the blade was actually the cover. And I was trying to show my husband and left it on and couldn't figure out why it jammed. Amanda Lynn, that is perfect, because I always take it to a party, or when I'm going to demo, I keep the blade protector on. And I purposely show people, woo, that onion's strong. I purposely show people the white part is on. This is the blade protector. It's there because the blades are super sharp. These blades will send you to the ER. They really will.
They will.
They will, yes. So when you're done chopping, you don't lay it in the sink like this. I don't even put it in my sink. I put it on my counter. I'll rinse it off. I'll put it on my counter. Or if this is empty, I put it back in here dirty. You don't want to get cut by this, but it has the blade protector. So it keeps them sharp. So I always show people at the beginning of my demo, I take the blade protector off and I tell them that they have to take that off for it to work. Because I kid you not, Amanda Lynn, I had a customer who bought the chopper for me and called me up and said, my chopper is broken. It just came and my chopper is broken. I'm like, wow, how did it come broken? And she's like, it won't chop. She had the blade protector on. So it didn't chop.
So don't think that everyone knows what they're doing. All right. Seriously, because you don't know. All right. Now, first of all, I know we're going over just a little. Lori and I always promise we will only keep you for 30 minutes. But I do, since Lori was just showing that, I want to show this. When you get your chopper, unless they've changed this, Lori, this skid guard that goes on the bottom has always come to my house inside. Now, this is my old version, so that's why you're seeing the white one, so don't everybody panic, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes, it's inside. It looks like it's where it's supposed to be. Please take it out and put it on the bottom where it needs to be, or you will be eating little pieces of red plastic in your ham salad. So make sure you put this on the bottom, because that's your skid guard. Take it out and put it on the bottom, because you don't know that's how that comes. And if they're still packaging it that way, make sure you take it out and put it on the bottom.
Yes, thank you. Two things that I always show people: the guard, I take the guard off, tell them to take it off before they use it. These blades are sharp. Please don't cut yourself. See the little rubber ring on the bottom? Take it out of the inside, put it on the bottom so that you don't chase your you don't chase your container around on the counter. Okay. All right. So let's see. I was going back through. Christy said I use my Power Chef, the one and only home party, and she sold 5 of them. Yes, exactly. What you show is what you're going to sell.
Yep.
Kevin, what's the purpose of the water for the sunny side up eggs?
It helps your eggs steam and it makes them fluffier by putting water in your eggs.
Yes, because if you've ever noticed, the most volatile thing that you can put in your microwave the wrong way are eggs. They will become food missiles quicker than you can turn around. I had a girlfriend who did not follow the instructions on how to cook eggs, and she thought someone was shooting in her kitchen. They were in the microwave going boom, boom, boom. It scared the mess out of her. And then she was like, I'm not cooking eggs in my microwave. You add water, makes them fluffier. Michael said 2 eggs is the minimum and 4 eggs is the maximum with the breakfast maker. So if you're going to put 4 eggs in the breakfast maker, you're going to have to cook it longer because obviously you have more eggs. Okay. So let's see if there's any other. I like it. Okay. Tracy says, anything you purchase to use in your business can be a deduction for tax purposes. Well, not last year because tax season's almost over. It's midnight. I hope everybody got it done. You can do it for next year. Yes. So yes, we don't give tax advice in Tupperware.
Yeah. And with that, good night.
And with that, we're done. I got taxes to do. See ya. All right. Does anyone else have any other questions? Put them in our chat. And before we leave, we will answer them. So I hope you guys found a little bit of something that you didn't know. Okay, Michael says, I put eggs in the cooker and it pops sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Does that mean all the time for the water with the non-sunny side up?
It all depends. You cannot make poached eggs in the breakfast maker without water. You have to put water in your cups, period. End of story.
And you know what's one trick that I do with my eggs in the breakfast maker? I do not make poached just because I don't eat poached eggs, but I do make breakfast sandwiches. And if I'm going to use those little cups that Kevin has, this cuts down on the popping. The popping could be as a result of your power is too high. Okay. But I take those cups and same for the plain container, Michael. You have to add some kind of liquid to it. I add a dash of milk. Kevin said a dash of water to your eggs for your omelet. It makes them fluffier, but it helps when they cook. But the cups, I put a drop of water in each. And I put the egg in each cup after I put the drop of water. And if I'm going to make a breakfast sandwich, I take a fork and I break the yolks. It cuts way down on any kind of popping. All right. So you just have to know your microwave. Really, if they're popping a lot, your power is probably too high. I would cut that down to, if you're using full power, like I said, I only do 70% power on my eggs. So,
good.
So yeah, so you got to kind of play with it, but,
We can come back and read the comments with you guys.
Yeah, Shar said the red ring thingy and the white guard. Yep, the red ring thingy on the bottom and the guard. Yes. So yes, Gina, I love the breakfast maker too. So these are 2 products you can take and run with. So get out there. If you have these products, get out there and start demoing these in your VIP groups or in your parties. Okay. So I think that's pretty much all we have, right, Kev? Do we have anything?
And leave any comments that you have for us in the chat. We'll be back to see you next month. We have to pick our date. But yeah, so if you like what we're doing, you guys, we're going to keep doing it because we want to be helpful to you guys. So let us know if we're being helpful. We'd appreciate it.
Yes, yes. And we will be back next month and let's get everything going. So thanks for all the hearts and likes. We're getting a lot of hearts and likes, and we will see you guys next month, but keep putting questions in there. We'll go back and read them. All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.